All right, welcome to Fun Day Monday, Fund It Forward, January 2023. Some amazing things have been built by man on this earth. I love this month's quiz question for a pure reminder or a lesson taught about how important it is for man to explore outside of this world.
And it's even fun to do so.
Yeah.
The quiz question this month is, what is the most expensive object ever built? A, Hong Kong Airport. B, Channel Tunnel. C, the Large Hadron Collider. Or D, the International Space Station. The answer was D, the International Space Station.
And you're right, that's the answer. The core answer of actually how much it cost, I'm sure is interesting to a lot of people. You know, how much did it cost to build the International Space Station? Well, it was $150 billion, which is amazing.
That's a lot.
That's right.
The International Space Station was built by 15 nations, including Canada, Japan, and the United States. Today, the International Space Station circles the Earth every 90 minutes.
Which I had no idea, by the way. That's pretty
I
incredible.
didn't either.
Wow. It's going pretty fast.
It must be.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the 1980s, the United States leaders of the Soviet space stations decided that it was beyond the scope of a single nation to build a modular space station, which I think is cool that they recognize that.
Yeah.
There were others that contributed in the addition to what Elisa, what you just had mentioned, like the European Space Agency, as well as the Russian Space Agency. They all contributed.
It's nice that, like you said, that they kind of pulled together because they all need something like that. And so it's good that they kind of pulled together to make it happen.
I know.
And then on November 20th, 1998, the International Space Station was launched into space. The major role of the International Space Station was to be a laboratory, observatory, and a factory, while providing transportation, maintenance, and a low Earth orbit staging base for possible future missions to the moon, Mars, and asteroids.
I'm sure there's a lot more to it than even that, but it's amazing what that thing does.
Yeah.
Yeah. While not all of the intended purposes have been fulfilled, the International Space Station continues to serve its role in scientific research, space exploration, and educational and cultural outreach. After all, as stated by John F. Kennedy in his speech in 1962, he said regarding future space exploration in the 1960s, and his motivating speech to reach the moon before the end of that decade. That was the driving force, was to get to the moon before the end of the 1960s.
Right.
Yeah, and he was also motivating our nation to be the first in space. However, he said, but this is not merely a race. I love that he said that.
Yeah.
Space is open to us now, and our eagerness to share its meaning is not governed by the efforts of others. We go into space because whatever mankind must undertake, free men must fully share. And that's end of quote. So that's something he quoted in 1962 in his speech. And I think it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. And I love the word he shared. The word that he shared was share. We are all mankind searching to learn about what's out there in space, and whatever is learned is to be shared with all. We are all in this together. I mean, doesn't that make sense, Elisa?
It really does. And I mean, isn't that what knowledge is all about? It isn't to keep to ourselves, it's to share.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who gets there first. I mean, we had you know, as a nation, we had lots of drive to get to space first, and I'm glad that he tried to motivate us to get there, because that he wanted to inspire those space explorers of that time to get to the moon, you know, and to get there, which was great. But if we didn't get there first, it's not the end of the world. Like, we're all in this, we're all trying to learn together. Like, we're all from the same
Right.
human race, you know? And so I felt like his speech was very inspirational, I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and have the contest. I mean, this was an interesting Fun Day Monday, Fund It Forward for sure. Let's go ahead and have the contest here. Let's
All
see.
right. The winner is David and Ellen Rucker. Congratulations.
David and Ellen Rucker, congrats. So cool that you guys won this. I look forward to hearing about who your charity of choice is. And I look forward to hearing you from that, and we'll just donate to that. And I just think it's great. It's always great to hear most of the names they get in our basket, we know who they are, but it's always fun to hear who it is.
It is. It is.
Yeah, so like as we go into the new year, Lisa, I just want everybody to know that I appreciate you, and I appreciate just being in relationship with you. And if you guys ever need any help with anything real estate wise, you know, please don't keep us a secret. You know, we're ready to go to get this year started off with any of your needs that you may have. Now, some people are not going to move at all this year. That's fine, but there's going to be some movement going on in 2023. It's certainly a good time in many areas, and many. If you just need to do it, you need to do it. Let me just put it that way.
Right. And we would love to build new relationships with any of your friends and family that you would like to introduce us to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, well, thanks again, Elisa, for another fun and exciting, you know, Fun Day Monday, and have a wonderful month.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.